Well, hey, how y'all doing out there this evening? Listen, I told you I was going to come back and talk about some very serious matters and maybe some things that you wouldn't have paying attention to, or maybe you did pay attention to them and you may not fully understand what's going on. But I'm going to let you know right off the bat, um, they can't kill us. Let me repeat that. They cannot kill us. They can only manipulate us to kill ourselves, to kill each other. That's why the suicide rate is up so high right now. That's why they tell you that this virus is going on and all these hospitals are packed full of people, right? But wow, just in April alone, they let 1.4 million healthcare workers go. They have not returned to work. And a few places, yes, are hiring, but for the most part, it's still on a negative trend, going down, getting rid of people. They don't need the hospitals. They don't want you well. You know how many people have died as a result of the shutdown and the continuance of our compliance to all it is. It's about 10 times higher than the death rate in America for the Corona Bologna. You know, I say Corona Bologna kind of in a joking way because when this all started out, I thought it was a fucking joke. Wow, that we don't sit down for tuberculosis. We don't go home for heart disease. All these things that really kill us. It was like they've used the gun, all that gun talk and all that, let's disarm, and the gun kills all these people in the schools, and the guns kill all these people in the streets. The guns kill Black America. Well, Black America, I believe Black America is now understanding who is going to kill them. See, this race war has escalated into a frenzy, an insane frenzy, because it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with us, we the people. You know, when I dug in and found out that it was white nationalists that were behind the white guilt so sorry movement, my stomach literally turned. I mean, I got sick, y'all. I got physically sick. Because see, these bastards, there are real hate. There is real hate in this country. But it ain't between us. It's the people that say they run this. They've never liked a black man. They've never liked the indigenous people. They never liked anybody that wasn't like them. They created these white colonies so they'd have a place to hide. You get that? They can hide amongst what you would call their own, where they're not ours. I'm white, and I'm going to tell you I got nothing to do with any New World Order scum. Period. But I want to just keep that to the side right now. Because the main thing is a couple of major things have happened. A video went around with a man from the House of Representatives. He gets out in front of Congress, and they're talking about the new budget coming up. And he wants to know why there's not going to be any lending or any money going towards agriculture. They shut his microphone off, y'all. They shut his microphone off. And he stuck his hand up like, oh, man, you're right, I forgot. Because he knows. They all know up there in D.C. None of them are your friends. None of them are got your back. None of them you voted for or think are there for you or your party are there for you or your party, because you don't have a party. There's only one party. I'm going to let you know another little secret before I get started, though, big time. The thing about agriculture, keep that on the back burner. Keep that in the back of your mind, because they're not funding our food supply. They're not funding our food supply. But, you know, between 1947 and 1954, they brought over roughly just up under 800 of those Nazi scientists. These men didn't change colors, y'all. They didn't quit being Nazis. As a matter of fact, they were diehard Nazis. And a sister just sent a thing a while ago about some of the things that happened before the last genocide, the last attempted genocide of a group of people, or all people actually, because if you wasn't German, they didn't care for you. They didn't want you. They didn't have nothing to do with you. They were big like America is big now, and it was that same kind of thing. It was the most popular place in the world, Germany was in the 1930s. 80% of Americans spoke German. But see, the thing was, they did the same things in there that they did here. And right, in 1939, I believe it was, they said they caused a false flag by catching one of their public buildings on fire. And that way they said it was the Russians. The Russians did it. The Soviets, they're coming to get us. We got an enemy. Oh my God, let's fear something so we will protect you. Well, they protected those people all right, didn't they? They protected them. What they did was They started this thing and they called it the Department of Homeland Security. The exact name of our Department of Homeland Security after the false flag 9/11, where our own government, where these bastards that never died, never went away, did this, y'all. They did this to us. They killed those 3,000 people that day. There was even more killed that day, by the way. It wasn't those people. And they can throw up all the psyops about planes, holograms, blah, 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 blah. 3,000 people died under an attack by our government. And that started Agenda 21. The first phase of Agenda 21 is to instill fear in your mind, to make you see an enemy that's not there, to realize we have done damage to the earth and we need to go to these cities and be protected while the earth heals. Well, the earth's not healing. They're not there to heal the earth. They hate the earth. These people hate it, and that's what they are. It's just what the kind of people they are. What they want you is in these cities so you're easily controlled. They have your DNA. They only want a certain part of us to live. The rest of us are dead. They said flat out, Bill Gates' wife, or whatever it is, came out and said they want to give the vaccine to the black people first, and then the indigenous people, and then the sick people. See, they have to tell you this. They have to. It's a part of their spell. It's a part of their evil. It's a part of who they are. They can't just come in the night and just cut your throat in your sleep. No, they have to have you cut your throat while you're awake. This is how it works. This is how evil it is, y'all. And it's evil. And I get chill bumps thinking about it, y'all. The other thing that happened right after Hitler created the Department of Homeland Security was he made the Patriot Act, which took all the power of the people's choice of their government and put it in one man's hands. His name was Adolf Hitler. You ever notice why no matter what president since George Bush, it's been 19 years and nobody has put the Patriot Act down? Who would give up that kind of power? See? Who would give up that kind of power? Nobody. Because see, Trump is a puppet. Obama was a puppet. Biden's a puppet. Biden's a New World Order, by the way. This son of a bitch will eat your child. Trump's just a wannabe. He's like a familiar. He wants to be a part of them. His father was one of them. He wants to be a part of that. That's why that's why he didn't give a fuck about nobody. That's why he threw people out of their homes. Why he supported the rich. Why you fucking... Are you that dumb? You people, you Trump supporters, can you not see that he does not care about you whatsoever? It's divide. Not divide and conquer. Divide so we kill each other because they can't kill us. The other part about the thing over in Germany was that they always told those people how great they were. They always told those people how their country was the greatest. The brainwashing, the way that people would literally get in front of Hitler. He could be saying nothing very loud like Trump, and they would swoon. They would fall. They would orgasm on themselves. It was fucking sick. All that love and worship of a man, and you lose yourself. You lose your connection to your brother, to your sister. You put all your faith and all your power into another man. That ain't how it's supposed to be, y'all. That's not natural. But see, we're not natural all the way. None of us. Not me. Nobody. The indigenous people of today, the black man of today, nobody is the natural person anymore because of the food. When we eat GMO foods, you become a GMO human. They have been dehumanizing us and transhumaning us for decades, for 2 decades. You count anything before 2000, that was your life. Everything ever since then, have you not noticed, it's been about fear. It's been about turning you against your brother. This is how they're going to kill you. Everybody soon will be an enemy. You will be afraid of everybody because you can't recognize their face because you're wearing a fucking mask. You can't tell if they hate you. You can't tell if they love you. The whole thing is a setup from the get-go, y'all. And now you fear somebody walking by you without a mask. You got to look at those type of things that's happened to our society just in the last 6 months, y'all. The last 8 months for sure. And that's how they're going to kill us. Now, this other thing about the race war, have you noticed, or racial matters, have you not noticed that Facebook will not delete literal people saying, literally, a white person getting out there and saying, I will hang white people in front of the White House and let their bodies sit there and rot until they break off the rope. That white guilt movement, I told y'all from the beginning, was not right. Number one, you're not giving a black tribe any kind of respect by saying you're sorry. You say you understand. You treat them like a human being. That's all anybody ever wants in this world. But no, we're going to get so sorry that we wear put on oxen yokes and tie ourselves up and try to look like, beat ourselves, wear a so sorry t-shirt. That was to suck in the black man, and it was to make the white man that was completely indifferent to this, all of a sudden he's hating. It's like, no, I ain't doing that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I love my black brothers and sisters. Why are they doing this to me? Why'd they take away Gone with the Wind? Why did they do all these kind of things? You see, it was not against black folks. You think these protesters are black people out there really doing that? Oh, I'd like for any black person out here to tell me that they've been to Portland or Atlanta and they were a part of these riots, or they did not notice when they got involved, because normal people, regular people, angry people will get involved. This is the same tactics that we used against the Soviets when I was in the Navy to make whole villages commit suicide because they thought the Huns were coming, right? You infiltrate their TV, you infiltrate their radio, their media, their entertainment. You infiltrate it and you put out lies, you put out fear, and you put out an enemy that is not like them. Well, in this country, they had a hard time with that. They 40 years ago, they didn't know what to do because it was we the people. They were teaching in schools that diversity was our strength. Why do you think they took that away? Why do you think that all of a sudden changed? They got to have you hating. As soon as you start hating, you're an easy target to kill somebody else. When you fear, you will kill somebody else. That's what they brought upon us, y'all. And that's why they're going to pay. And we can't beat this without each other. All of us. Not us the trumpets, not us the neo-libs, not us the black folks, not us the white folks. It's got to be all of us. And you got to use this thing that many of us have forgotten that we forgot all about. It's called love. It's called not unconditional love, because I don't believe in unconditional love. And let me tell you why I don't believe in unconditional love. Because I got one condition, that you want to live. I don't want to love you if you want to die. I don't want to love you if you want to kill somebody. I want to love you if you want to live, if you love life and you love this earth that we live on. Because we need the earth for life. Everything that says and goes beyond the earth and life and living, like save the children. Why save the children? You wasn't worried about them a year ago. You wasn't worried about them 6 months ago. You've never been worried about the planet. It's all psyops. It's like the man in Australia that was trying to talk about the water, and the people in the front row were, save the whales, save the whales. He goes, fuck the whales, save the water. I saw the logic in that, the true logic in that. Without no water, there would be no whales. Sure, we want to save the children, but without no earth, there would be no fucking children. There will be nothing. They're taking your eyes off that, and they're giving you every enemy in the world to hate. And the only enemy you ever had to worry about stares back at you in the mirror every day. You see them every day when you look in the mirror. That's the only enemy you have. They're stealing your life. They're going to have you kill for them. And listen, you may not physically murder somebody, but you will condone the murder of other people, just like you condoned people being put in cages, people being separated from their families. That's the thing about the children that I don't hear nobody else on, because I saw what this country is capable of doing when it comes to hate, when it comes to apathy. But I've also seen in small personal events in my life how people can love, how people can care. I just saw one tonight, and I just talked to y'all about that, and I thank you so much for caring about life other than yours. And it's a shame that we can't do that for each other. We can love and feel sorry for a pup. We can love and feel sorry for a stray cat. We can love and feel sorry for a squirrel that just got run over in the road, but each other we don't care no more. And that's been pitted against you. That's been placed in your mind. That's what's going to destroy us, y'all. So I'm going to tell Black America out there, they're going to try to kill you first by having you kill each other. by having us kill you because we hate you, or by having our military kill you because you made yourself an enemy. We do not attack these people. We do not go after them. We live our lives. There's your goddamn solution. We live our lives. We turn our back on them. We start communities. We grow our own food. We take care of our own. We act like we don't need them because we do not need them. Where have they brought us to, y'all? Ruin. They have brought us to ruin. Our country has fallen. We hate each other, and look at what they've done. So you stop, you build a community. I'm talking to landowners right now. We'll start one here. It don't matter. And if they came up on us and they killed us all, we died living. But we don't attack them. We don't attack the perceived enemy because you have no enemy other than yourself. And I want to say these New World Order fucks that are pitting us against each other. But you know what? You don't give them energy. They dry up and blow away. You get me on that? We don't feed them. They starve. You don't vote. You don't even look at this shit anymore. And the people that are going to do it, they're going to do it anyway. But they're only on to you about it because they don't want to be alone in their group thinking mentality. They're not individuals no more. They're fucking sheep. And what do they do with sheep, y'all? They shear them until they got no more. They can't shear them no more till they don't have wolves to produce, and then they kill them. They kill them! Well, with us, we're lucky. Because once you figure out that they can't kill you, that you can only kill you, that your brother can kill you, but they can't kill you, then you have won. Will it work? I don't know. I don't know. Can people break their indoctrination? Can you break the conditioning? Can you live? Can you live? Only you can answer that. I don't see a whole lot. I don't have a lot of hope in it, but I still have hope that enough of us will step away and take away their energy, take away their power, and they'll dry and blow away. And dude, I want to go get them. You don't think I want to go get these people and make them pay for killing my mother, my planet, my real earth mother, my flesh and blood, Julia Bunting? You some bitches are going to pay for that. But I'm not so jaded that I'm going to sit there and kill myself before I get a chance. Best way I can get back at them for killing my mom is letting y'all know that you can put an end to this by not feeding them. We've talked about this for decades, y'all, or at least a decade. We have talked about this. Don't feed them. Don't vote for them. Don't put your kids in their school system. Don't fall for their money. Don't fall for their shit. We go back to life, living life like we used to. We never needed a government. I don't know why there's one in place, and I don't know how it got so powerful when we have a document called the United States Constitution that doesn't allow them to do anything they're doing now. We, the people, in order to form a more perfect union, don't need to form a goddamn union. We need communities. And those communities work together. And we barter because one of us can do one thing and one of us can do another. And we fucking live and unite like that. But as far as under one banner, look where that got us, y'all. Look where that got us. You can't make changes by repeating what we've done. And you can't make changes sitting on your goddamn ass. Make these communities. Look around your area. If you can help me take care of 8 dogs, you can help take care of 8 people too by working with them. Teaching our own kids. Anything federal is deadly to you. Anything federal has brought you down. Anything that has federal money attached to it is worthless and has destroyed us and our nation. That's what they did, and we allowed it. They made it where we were so busy. They took the mom out of the home. They made it where women wanted to kill their own kids. They made it where we were starving and hate other people for it. And they made it where some people are so rich, they don't give a fuck about you. If they got money, I mean real money, they don't give a fuck about you. Because to get that kind of money, you have to kill people. You have to step on souls. You have to care about nobody else but yourself. And that's just the way it is. That's not my opinion. I don't have any more opinions. I don't have the luxury of opinions. And neither do you. Neither do you. The other thing that Congress did that was pointed out was they took away $4 billion from law enforcement budget. You wanted the police defunded? That's also what Hitler did. Hitler defunded the police so the rioters, the brown shirts could go in and attack and then get away and do everything they was doing. Have you not noticed people can go protest without a mask, but you can't go walk in a store and get food without a mask? You get it now? You get it now? And when they defund the police and there's no police, then we're going to kill each other. You think The Purge was fucking a movie? Yeah, the fantasy part about the purge was it's going to be one day. Think of 6 months like that. Think of 6 months without power. Remember that Department of Homeland Security said we were going to go 6 months without power. With no police, there's no fear of breaking laws. And I ain't talking about paper laws. I'm talking about don't murder, don't rape. Think about that. Think about that. Save the kids. I want you to save your soul. Live in their faces. And we got this then, y'all. It ain't going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be hard one way or another. But one way leads to them winning and you dying. The other way leads to you working the land and you're fucking with your brother and your sister to live. And then you're going to die anyway. So die living. Die living. Don't be afraid of freedom. Freedom is very scary. Trust me. I've been free most of my life, and it is scary. But it's real, and it's the only way to live. All the things that happened in Nazi Germany so many years ago, 90-something years ago, are happening now. The people they brought over there to help them with their rocket technology and the alien shit they were finding in Antarctica, all that's very true, y'all. I was just talking to his sister earlier, I guess she's over in England. She said it was 3 a.m. there. She's out there showing me a video of a light that just keeps going through the sky. Look up in the sky. We got one here in Burkesville, Kentucky. Everybody in town seen it. It ain't just me. And it's just going back. It does things an airplane can't do. What is it? What are they doing? Dude, they should not have that kind of stuff. They were supposed to be open about everything they did with our money, y'all. That was our money that is buying our death. That's going to make us kill each other. Because that money also paid for the psychological warfare that we've been taught. Used through the media, all these things. Federal money, our money, by the way, has been used to turn us against each other, to make each one of us the enemy to each other. The mask takes away your recognition, so it's not just a mask. There is no disease, so what the fuck are you wearing one for? Because you're complying, because you want to go in a grocery store. Starve them motherfuckers! You hear me? Starve that grocery store. Stand out front and protest it. And when the cops come, ask them who they are. Because I've been watching cops turn around, by the way, and I'm the one son bitch in this world that'll say, fuck the police. But I have watched the police changing. They know it too. Because see, they're we the people too. They're not New World Order. They might be a little brainwashed, but they see it. I watched them step away from the protesters because they were outnumbered. There's strength in numbers. Make communities. You get it now? Make communities. But they got us all isolated in our house, wearing a mask, fearing our brother, fearing our tribe, fearing the people that are the only people that are going to save you or the only people that are going to kill you. I don't want to see it this way, but it's that way. And I'm not going to look away because I don't want to die either. I don't want my kids to die, and I don't want you to kill them. But the main thing is, I don't want to see you lose your soul in all of this. Because there's many of us that are not going to cross the river, y'all. We're going to lose it here in this realm, in this war. Because it is a war. And you're a part of it, whether you want to be or not. And I'm sorry about that. But how about put on your big boy, your big girl pants, and help me fight this shit. Build communities. Step away. Don't do the federal shit no more. Don't do the state shit no more. All the government has failed us. The medical industry has failed us. The school, all of it. The church has failed us. Where's all the preachers out there fighting against the fact you couldn't be in God's house? Huh? Where were they at? They wasn't there because they live in fear too. Because they don't even believe what they teach you. They just want that offering plate money. Think about that, y'all. It's always been us. How we forgot that, I don't know, and I don't care. How you remember it, that's what I'm worried about. How you live it, please, live it. By all means, be free. Think about freedom again. Think about being able to run through the woods naked if you want, or barefoot through a creek. Think about when we used to could drink from a creek, y'all. Think about when life was good when you were a child, and it can be that way again. We got a lot of cleaning up to do, but it's going to be after this war if we survive. If is the middle word in life. Think about that. I love y'all. I want the best for you, but it's time to wake up, step away, and live. To be free, live free, and die living, and die on your feet. I love y'all. Peace. Don't live in fear. Don't live in fear.